Am I the asshole for telling my husband I'm not picking up after him anymore? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. My husband is a typical man, leaving stuff around the house unknowingly, adding to the clutter and totally unaware. We have 2 teenagers and 2 elementary age kids. Oh god. I, as the mom, am responsible for keeping the house clean and organized. While we both work full-time, my husband works from home and I drive into an office. So he is home all day creating these little messes. Oh, that would drive me mad. At night and on weekends, my husband does help with tasks around the house. He does the dishes most nights with the help of our big kids and helps fold laundry. Unfortunately, as we all know, the tasks of keeping a family running go far beyond that, and I am responsible for all of those things. I understand cleaning up after our little kids, but have stopped doing it for our teenagers and now just gather their stuff into their room for them to clean up. They also do their own laundry, so all that's left to clean up for is me, my husband, and our 2 little kids. But I'm just tired of cleaning altogether. It's never ending. More so, I'm tired of also cleaning up his stuff and reorganizing all his stuff because he can't seem to do it. He can't even make his clothes into the hamper. I know it's typical, but I'm over it. When we were dating, pre-kids, I kept everything exactly how he liked it, and that's what his expectation is to this day. Oh, man. So last night I told him I'm not picking up after him anymore, and he got so mad at me. That's weird. Asking me when I got to be so selfish. What? I tried to clarify that I am still cleaning up after our kids and myself, and he just needs to clean up after himself or leave it a mess. I don't care anymore. He was not happy with this. He rushed around the house, cleaning up all of our kids' stuff and his stuff, putting my stuff into a pile, and continued to tell me how mad he is about my selfish behavior. Am I the asshole? That's a weird reaction. I'm gonna say no. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I told my husband I'm not cleaning up after him anymore, and he needs to do it himself. Okay, so I feel like the reaction is a little weird, but the way that she was also saying, like, especially when she added the I don't care, it's giving the conversation was probably not, like, it was probably like, I don't know how to, like, maybe it was like not really a discussion, more of telling you. I don't know. I'm gonna say not the asshole. Not the asshole. Your husband threw a tantrum because you told him he's responsible for picking up after himself and you're not doing it any longer and called you selfish? Oh my goodness. So last night I told him not picking up after him. A grown-ass man shouldn't need reminding to put his dirty clothes in the hamper, and a grown-ass man shouldn't expect or need his wife to organize his things. In a household of 6, it's everyone's responsibility to pick up after themselves. He's not exempt, and it's not selfish to expect him to keep track of his own belongings and cleaning up his messes. OP setting a boundary that she will no longer be her husband's maid mother is not selfish. The husband feeling comfortable not cleaning up after himself and creating more work for OP than getting her to feel guilty speaking up for herself is selfish and entitled. Hopefully he can stop throwing his tantrum long enough to realize this. Yeah. It's giving there wasn't a conversation before this and she jumped to attacking. Right? Like, I mean, I can see why he can get mad, but it's just like, that's the part where I'm like, I don't know if this was like, I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too into it, perhaps. Mayhaps. But I don't know, dude. It's just, I don't care anymore. Like, it literally how I read it as is, clean up after yourself or leave it a mess. I don't care anymore. And like that kind of like, who knows? You know, that's how I'm reading it as. I'm gonna say not the asshole, but I mean there is the maybe I should go for not enough info. Okay, this one is, am I the asshole for telling my best friend she needs to hire a nanny instead of relying on me? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no, because that's it's giving taking advantage of your friend. it's giving that. So my best friend is like my sister, and we always help each other out when needed. She has a 10-month-old baby, and I have always been helping her in every way I can, but lately it started to be a daily thing. We live on the same floor next to each other, and she calls me to watch her baby over everything. I need to shower. Can you hold him? He is so bored. Can you hold him? She calls me like multiple times a day to ask for a favor, and now even when I don't reply, she comes to my house with her baby and asks if I can hold him. Whoa. Yesterday, I had some work to do on my laptop, and she asked me to hold him for 10 minutes because she wanted to take a quick shower. I agreed for 10 minutes, and that turned into an hour and a half. Ooh. Mind you, her son is really not an easy baby. Cries uncontrollably the moment you put him down and try to play with him. So I am forced to walk for like 1.5 hours with him in my arms while I have other things to do. Yeah, that's... Anyway, yesterday I felt lightheaded while walking around with the baby, so I put him down while trying to distract him with some toys. He kept crying so loud, but I couldn't take him because I was worried I would drop him. She heard the crying and knocked my door in a ballistic, angry way, saying, "Why do you let him cry? Then take the baby yourself!" I explained to her the situation and also told her that it's her fault for not disciplining him and letting him play on his own. I've babysitted a lot of babies in the past, and none of them were like this. It's not the baby's fault, it's hers. She was like, "I don't like to ever hear my baby cry, and I do not accept that you let him cry either." That really pissed me off, so I went on like, "Then you should hire a nanny that will fulfill all your requirements." That's right. Extra info. Nobody of her family, including her mom, wants to ever help her out because of the fact they can't put him ever down. Not even for a second. Also, her husband has a very well-paying job. They can easily afford to hire help. Thirdly, I absolutely do not mind helping her out, and I love her baby, but I do not like when it's like a must, and she even gets angry when I don't do it her way. Side note, I always do it her way. Just yesterday was taking too long and I was just concerned about his well-being, as I had already fainted a couple of days ago. What? When helping out someone feels like an obligation, I immediately don't want to do it anymore. Am I being the asshole? No. Edit. I don't mean disciplining, but training. English is not my first language. Edit. I really didn't expect this post to blow up like this. Thank you all for your input. Really appreciate that. I can't reply on everyone, but I am reading everything. Like, I can understand wanting to have your child watched a certain way, but the fact that you're, like, throwing your kid on your friend, it's just, I don't know. I don't like that. It just gives me, oh god. I don't know. Like, okay, watch your kid then. You watch your kid. OPS offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I decided I don't want to help my friend out anymore, and I might be considered the asshole because she does need me, and instead of being there for her, I just want to take a distance. Excuse me. Not the asshole. Your friend pushed you to this limit. Literally, push it to the limit, girly pop, too much. We know, like, I mean, having a kid is a lot of work. It really, truly is. But, like, having to, like, depend on your friend on them like that is kind of weird in my eyes personally. Yes, especially offering to help, but like when it does become like obligation and stuff, it's just I kind of agree with their stance on that. Next time she knocks on your door with that baby, quickly grab your outside jacket bag and open the door. Pretend you were going out to the store or something. This is only a temporary solution for when she refuses to get the hint or if you don't know how you should say no. I've done this a few times, but it makes things so awkward, especially because she doesn't take the hint. She gets it, but she simply chooses to ignore it. Oh my god, that is not a friend. Move. You should move. Move and don't tell her where you're going. Tell her you're moving out of the country. Then you have to start being more firm about saying no. I know it's uncomfortable. In a perfect world, she would take the hints you're trying to drop, but she won't. She'll keep pushing until you push back. Yeah, she knows I have issues with saying no. That I hate when people do that. Ugh. Yeah, she knows I have issues with saying no, and even really when I do say no, I always end up feeling so super guilty. Oh my god. Oh my god. She knows you have issues saying no and takes advantage of that fact. She is the asshole. You are her doormat. Oh my god, yeah, don't be a doormat to her anymore. Oof, doormat, tough pill to swallow. Oh, this poor person. Oh my god, yeah, not the asshole. What the heck? Alright, this next one is, am I the asshole for not forcing my fiance to wear my father's late wife wedding dress? No? My father lost his first wife, I'm going to call her Mia, more than 30 years ago. It is a very long and complicated situation, but to summarize it, my mother is the second on his heart because he's always said that the love of his life is Mia, and he always made it clear. Oh my god. My dad still wears his wedding ring with Mia in one hand. My mom bakes a cake for her birthday. Whoa! Whoa, my mom leaves my dad alone when it's his anniversary with Mia and he's feeling down. There are many photos of Mia in the house. There are even photos of her in their room because my father never wanted to change them, etc. That's insane. That's insane. Oh my god. As crazy as it may seem, this kind of thing is very normal within couples of this type, and they see that as something normal and sweet even if it is not. For example, making a cake every Mia's birthday was the idea of another woman who is also married to a widower and does the same thing. That's wild. I don't. Okay, so me, this is definitely a preference thing. Like, of course, they're gonna see, as long as they see it as sweet, it's not harming the other person you're married to. But like, I just personally, I couldn't do that. I don't think I could. Like, no, absolutely not. I've been raised that way, kind of having two mothers, even if it wasn't like that. It was not a healthy childhood, but luckily I had gone to therapy to work on all the issues that this caused. My mother always says that he gives her the space she deserves and feels equally loved like he loves his first wife. My siblings and I don't see it that way because our mother deserves better, but if she is happy, we will not ruin her happiness, so we never talk about it. Oh, the kids even know! Now coming to the problem. I'm going to marry my fiancé. Her mother never had a wedding ceremony, so she doesn't have a wedding dress to inherit. So my girlfriend excitedly told me that she thinks it would be cute to ask my mother if she can use her dress. My mom has mentioned that in the past, and I don't have any sisters, so I thought it was a nice idea. Anyway, I talked to my mom about lending her dress to my fiance, and she got really excited and said yes. My mother had spoken several times about wanting to have a daughter to wear her dress, and she was very excited when my fiance asked her to wear it. She even tried it on. The conversation was closed. Okay, this is sweet. Now, almost a month after we talked about it, my mom asked my fiance that it would be nice to wear Mia's wedding dress. No! Oh my god. My fiance told her no. She feels a connection with my mother and not with Mia. She doesn't even know Mia. I mean, look, it is really sad that you lost your first wife like that, the love of your life like that. Like, that's so valuable to want to have her, like, but you're hurting other people around you, and that's just where it makes it no longer okay. After that, my mother has been asking me to try to convince my fiance to wear Mia's dress. My father wanted me to put up the typical decoration to commemorate the deceased, but I told him I won't do that, so my mother now wants my fiance to wear Mia's dress to commemorate her, and for her to be present too because she was someone really special. Again, I never met her. I don't know who she was. My fiance told me that Mia is a total stranger to her. My fiance wants my mother's dress. She wants to give her a special place at my wedding since my mother sees her as a daughter and she as a second mother and wants to have a special moment. Valid! I told my mother that I don't intend to do that. It even seems gloomy and weird to me, and I have been raised around Mia's memory that sometimes I don't even understand if I am exaggerating or not. Am I the asshole? Being raised in this kind of way sometimes makes me feel confused about what is normal and not in a family. It would be normal to ask my fiance to wear Mia's dress in my family dynamic, but I don't know what someone who was raised normally would do and if I am the bad person for not wanting to have done it. I feel so bad for this person. I'm glad they're going to therapy to get this sorted, because this is definitely a deep thing. Not the asshole though. Oh my god, dude, your dad kind of sucks. Your dad kind of sucks. It's reminding me of Corpse Bride a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. Not forcing my fiance to use a dress. Not forcing my fiance to use a dress. Jesus Louises, that one's crazy. I'm not the asshole. I feel really bad for those people in that family. Am I the asshole for blowing up at my mom after she said I was being lazy and should have a job by now? I'm gonna say no. But I mean, you never know. I'm gonna say no. I might be wrong. I think I might be wrong on it. I don't know, the job market's really bad right now, but I don't know. Okay, 27 male. Around a month and a half ago, our department cut its funding and I got laid off. A month and a half ago? Okay, maybe not. Okay. No promises of returning either. I'm a case manager. Honestly, after 3 years of it, I'm not ready to return either. I only got paid $18 an hour and was stressed out almost every day with a big case load of clients. Since being laid off, I probably applied to 30 different places. I lost count. My mother is helping me as well. I had no follow-up phone calls and can't believe it's this hard. 8 years ago, you could just walk in anywhere, hand in a resume, and get an interview same day. Now everything is online. No personableness at all. The only place that called me back was an entry-level stocking position, and they called and told me that they had other more qualified candidates. Lol. Here's where my mother comes into play. She senses me getting frustrated about the job search and will send me links of places hiring in the area. The problem is my mother is much old-fashioned. She's in her 60s and just thinks that I'll get hired anywhere because I have a bachelor's degree. Just yesterday, she sent me a supervisor position at a factory and said, "You have a bachelor's degree. You'll be at the top of the list for candidates." Like Mom, another one just told me that they had more qualified people to stock the shelves. She gets upset when I say that I'm not gonna even apply because I'm wasting my time. She feels that I'm being lazy. We got into it and I thanked her for the help but told her that times are changing and it's just not easy to get a decent job anymore. I can appreciate my mother's help, but don't like being put down for being lazy when it doesn't make sense to even waste my time. I don't think they're the asshole for that. I don't think it would hurt to apply, but also like it just that rejection also would have like made me upset. Like there were better candidates to like stock shelves and stuff. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. Becoming argumentative with my mother, she's trying to help me and doesn't understand. She's not understanding and she's not going to listen to you. Like, if she has to be understanding after a certain point because, like, you are trying. You are literally trying. Mother sees you trying. She's trying to send you links to all this and stuff. She feels that I'm being lazy. Did she say that? Or is it just your interpretation? If you're living in her home, then you're going to be subject to both help and advice. Deal with it. If you're living in your own place and relying on savings or unemployment benefits, then she's probably worried about how long it might last before you ask for her help. Not the asshole. You're frustrated and she's concerned. Both of you need to interact less or differently on the job topic. No, she said that. I'm on my own, but in a pretty good position, I'd say. I have only 20K to go on my house and money and savings. Oh, that's good then. All right, here's our last one for today. Am I the asshole for accepting a promotion and leaving behind family at a time of need after sacrificing so much in the past? I'm gonna say no. Background. Almost a year ago, I shared on the subreddit how I resented my father. I found out he had secretly married a secret wife. What the what? Although, what is this? Polygamy is permitted in my country, I felt angry and bewildered. Still, my father remained kind and caring, never mistreating us, and he worked tirelessly to provide us with a comfortable life. Before discovering this, I deeply loved him. Even though I despised his actions afterward, my love for him persisted. He truly is a caring and good man. Even my mother forgave him, and he's made great efforts to show that he genuinely cares about us. Even if we harbored anger towards him, divorce was not an option due to our challenging circumstances. My childhood was far from typical. I was sent to boarding school at an early age and lived on my own until university because my younger sister had severe nonverbal autism. My mother had to leave her job to take care of her. Now at 22, my sister can only manage simple sentences. I'm 27, living with my parents, working remotely as a software developer and helping to take care of my sister, ensuring she takes her medication, including seizure medication. Now the present situation. Recently, I was promoted to work as a tech lead at our overseas branch. Although there is still a remote work aspect, I need to relocate due to visa requirements and the need for in-person meetings. I accepted the offer and plan to move in September in a few days. Oh, damn. A month ago, my father became seriously ill. I'm writing this from the hospital lobby. Oh my god, just 2 hours after learning he has stage 4... What is this? Carcinoma? Oh my god, the doctors have given him 36 months to live. Okay, hold on. Whoa! For the past 2 hours, I've been reflecting on how my life has been shaped by external circumstances. I attended an all-boys boarding school because my parents were focused on my sister. I have low self-esteem with girls and have never been in a relationship. My understanding of relationships and love was shattered after discovering my father's affair. Most of my income supports my family, and when I'm not working, I'm caring for my sister. This promotion seems like my last opportunity to prove I'm not just a victim of circumstance, that I can live my own life. Given my father's prognosis, a decent person would likely turn down the promotion and spend time with him, but I don't want to. In fact, I told my family I'm still going, and they got unhappy. It's not that I don't love my family, I do, but this feels like my chance to finally take control of my life. If I once again sacrifice myself for my family, what will be left for me? Is this truly my life? Am I destined to be a slave to the misfortunes life has in store for my family? Am I wrong for wanting to be selfish just this once at such a crucial and difficult time when morally I shouldn't be? It's not like I will forget them or abandon them completely. Just for once, I want to be selfish. I feel like you're gonna regret not being there for your dad when he passes. I hate when people are like, this experience shattered my perception of love. Like, dude, if you can recognize that, then you are using it as an excuse. Damn. Does suck. I feel like you will regret not wanting to be around your dad, but then it does feel like this person is the main source of income too. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think I might be the asshole. I chose to accept a promotion and leave my family behind. My family needs me right now because of difficult circumstances, and I chose to accept the promotion and leave anyway. I'm gonna say not the asshole. This does suck. I do think they're gonna regret not like being able to say bye to their dad unless they're able to like come back for a little bit and do that. But overall, like, and it's not just the dad, but now the mom's gonna need to take care of a dying husband and a disabled daughter. Yeah. But it's also, no offense to the kids, but it's not the kids' responsibility. It does suck that like this is such a really bad circumstance. I don't know. I don't know. I'm also okay, to be fair though, I'm not really that big of a family person. So that might be like some bias that I have there. But I mean like cuz I like do what you need to do to take care of you, but also it's your family, and that's kind of like a gray area. There'd be resentment down the line no matter what. This is true. This is true.